What's up, weirdos? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there today? Happy Sunday. So, we're going to have a look around the market today, guys. A very important weekly close, not just a daily close, but a weekly close for crypto. We're going to get into it. We're going to see what's going to happen here, what we think is going to happen, and what it might mean going into next week. We know that we still have the U.S. and Chinese administrations meeting today and tomorrow, from my understanding. They said the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And we know that yesterday, Mr. T had tweeted out that uh, talks yesterday went extremely well. So that was very, very good. So hopefully more of the same today and tomorrow. We'll find out probably not till Tuesday or Wednesday if there's any fruits to that labor. But uh, yeah, I mean that is something I'm really, really, really looking forward to. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very, very bullish. So we'll be keeping one ear to the ground for that. Maybe we get something earlier. Who knows? But again, Zebek correcting while the rest of the market it's kind of a mixed bag. Kind of a mixed bag. Jasmine up 0.2% on the day, up 16.5% on the week, 47% on the month, and 3.2% on the year. Now in one spot and ranked to 84, $905 million market cap and 65 million in volume. Swift Coin down 1.7% on the day, up 21% on the week, down 10% on the month, but up 260% on the year. Down 8 spots in rank to 264, $165 million market cap, and 5.44 million in volume. So the volume has come down a bit on everything essentially, but it is Sunday, so that's something that we should probably expect, right? I mean, XCN Onyx Coin down 1% on the day, up 6.5 on the week, down 24 on the month, and up 798 on the year. We're up one spot in rank to 111, a $606 million market cap, and 43.5 million in volume. And Zebek correcting down 7.5 on the day, 3.3 on the week, up 89 on the month, and down 15 on the year. Down 22 spots in rank to 302 with a $138 million market cap and 16 million in volume. So, yeah, kind of a mixed bag across the market right now. Some things are green, some things are green, some things are red. Yeah, it seems like the market's kind of undecided on which way it really wants to go. So, anyway, it's looking good all in all. It's looking good. So, good for continuation. Let's go look at Bitcoin's chart. What do we have? All right, so still inside this bull pennant for Bitcoin, sitting at $104,000. Not too bad, not too bad. It's going to be a couple more days inside of here, I think. Probably not till like Tuesday or Wednesday till we see some sort of a break, I would think. Building up this bull pennant. We've been in it now for 4 days. My target out of here, as I showed you guys, way up here, $112,000 to $114,000, I think, is where we're going to end up on this next bull pennant breakout. We broke out of this one after 14 days total before we finally went. We had the attempted breakout, the failed breakout, rejected back inside the bull pennant, and then we finally had enough to break through that there was a $1.2 billion sell wall up here, so I'm not surprised we had to take another swing in it before we broke through. And then down here, we had 7 days in this bull pennant as well before we broke to the upside. So in this one, we've only been here for 4 days. I told you guys when it first started forming, could be anywhere between 7 to 14 days inside this bull pennant before we break to the upside. So that's what I'll be watching there, guys. Yeah. And then if we come down here, we've had our second golden cross with the 30-day EMA SMA has crossed over the 200-day now. So it's our second golden cross in 4 days or 3 or 4 days. So very, very bullish there. Things are looking good. And pretty soon we'll start to see the 100-day move back up over the 200-day in rather short order. I wouldn't give it 2 weeks maybe before we finally see that happen. So things look good for Bitcoin here. If we go over to the weekly time frame, look at that weekly candle, guys. Look at that. Look at that weekly time frame. Boom, we've completely encompassed all this red. Boom, 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 in what, 4 weekly candles, just like that. So, and we're sitting right close. I mean, we wicked up here. 109,000 was the all-time high on a wick, right? On a wick. But right now we're right here with previous week's highs at 104,000, as you can see back here. This was the high before we hit 109. So that obviously would be why we're seeing some resistance, right? It is a significant level based on history. So yeah, might take a week or two to smash through there, but I would say honestly about a week. About a week, I'll give it. Right? I don't think it's going to take that long, to be honest with you. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, let's go and have a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. So, BTC dominance. Look at that correction yesterday on it. Came back up just a little bit. It's sitting at 63.31%. Like I showed you guys before, we have to get all the way down inside of this area here for altcoin season, right? So we haven't even started altcoin season yet, guys. We're not even close, right? This has a long way to collapse. And if you're like, oh, it's going to take forever for that to happen, if that's kind of how you're feeling about it, let me remind you right here. Look at the 2021 bull run. Look at the Bitcoin dominance. Look how sharply that fell. Look how quickly it fell, right? It took from January till May. So January, February, March, April. So it took 4 months for this to completely crash, right? So if we've started that here, I mean, I don't know if we haven't even gotten as high as we did last time. But I mean, some people argue that's because there's more altcoins now than there used to be. So, but I don't know. Either way, you know, this collapse can happen really quick. So we could spend the next couple of months with Bitcoin dominance starting its descent. We could spend the next 3 or 4 months crashing down to these areas. So yeah, something to pay attention to there. Going back over to, let's go look at Bitcoin and the correlation with the M2. Look at that. Look at that. She looks good. She looks good. She's climbing. So M2 money supply stays correlated. I did a video yesterday talking about there's some content creators saying that there is no that it's invalid, that it doesn't mean anything, the M2 money supply, whatever, blah blah blah. Check out the video I made yesterday if you want details on that and why I pointed out how they're obviously wrong, and common sense would dictate that when you inject liquidity into markets, of course that money is going to eventually make its way down into risk on assets, and to imply otherwise is asinine. But anyway, yeah, correlation is valid in my opinion. And somebody commented on the video and they were like, I call BS. You call BS on me or something, and said the 4-year cycle's dead. The 4-year cycle's dead. The bull run's going to run into halfway through 2026. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I literally don't care if you hold your crypto until the middle of 2026. I dare you, right? I mean, you can make all the negative comments towards me that you want, but I've been here for multiple bull runs before. And if you think that the bull run and the parabolic part of this bull run is going to run into 2026 and that the 4-year cycle's dead, I dare you to hold your crypto through 2026. Go ahead. See what happens. In no way does it affect me, my portfolio, or my money if you think you're right when you've clearly never been through a bull run before, and you think that going into 2026, you're going to make more money than you did in 2025. Go ahead. Let me know how it turns out for you, right? I've been here for multiple bull runs, and I know exactly what's going to happen, just like the other people who've been through multiple bull runs. The only people who are saying with passion that the bull run's going to run into 2026 are people who need it and want it to, right? They need it and want it to so bad that they're willing to risk making life-changing money because they're so passionately thinking that it's going to run, and it's just not, right? Things don't happen because you want them to, right? That's not the way markets work. You don't invest based on emotions, right? You invest based on history and metrics and facts. That's it, right? So so yeah, I mean, if you want to attack me and say that I'm wrong and that the 4-year cycle's the 4-year cycle's dead, and that crypto bull run's gonna run into 2026, halfway through 2026, maybe even into 2027, I mean, have at her, man. Go to town, right? It doesn't affect me one way or the other. So I personally think you're making a massive mistake, but if you're going to come at me like that, clearly you're not a member of my community anyway. So I'm here to protect the members of my community, and clearly you're not one of them. So do what you want, right? Have fun with it. Let me know how it works out for you. And let's go to the liquidation levels and see what's going on there. So are we at risk of a short squeeze or a long squeeze? Well, I mean, if Bitcoin drops down to $107,000, you've got about 649 million in liquidations that could happen. So, I mean, it's not really, like I said, I usually don't get too concerned about it unless I start to see close to $1 billion in longs or shorts. Then you start to run that risk of liquidity hunters going after you, right? But 649, maybe we see a short squeeze there. On the long side, you've got at 101,100, or sorry, at 101,100. If we drop down to there, you're going to see $780 million in liquidation. So that I could see happening. I could see us dropping down to 101,000 to liquidate 780 million in long positions. I could see that happening, right? It's only a $3,000 drop. So yeah, I could see a long squeeze before a short squeeze, basically. So, but do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. Probably not. Let's go look at the ZBEC chart real quick. So we're getting ready for the breakout of this bull flag here, guys. In my opinion, we had a breakout and then a failed retest, and we fell back inside. Very similar to how Bitcoin had a failed breakout and retest of the bull pennant before it finally broke out to the upside. My target 203 to 2031 would be where I think it's going to break to on this breakout, but probably after the weekend. Obviously, it's not going to happen today, but maybe after the weekend we see that break to the upside. So yeah, and very, very similar structure here for ZBEC, or ZBEC. I mean for XCN. Sorry, you got yourself a little bit of a bull flag forming here. If you zoom in, but this is a weird little pattern. You've got, I mean, could be a triple top forming if we went higher, but it's just not. It's not high enough for us to hit a triple top, right? So, are we forming a bit of a bull flag here? Could take a couple more days to kind of play out, but I mean, yeah. So we'll see what happens. It's putting in putting in higher highs. Well, it was putting in. We've got a lower high now, but lower lows. So, but I do think a breakout is imminent on Onyx Coin as well. So let's go down to the 8 hour and see what's going on. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It's a little more prevalent in the 8 hour time frame, right? Got yourself this. You definitely have yourself this bull flag forming on the 8 hour. Very, very much so. Very, very much so. Right? That's going to be a nice break. You already have your 3 touches as well. I generally say you want to see 3 touches on these, and you have them right there, right? Now, could you reject off and make another run at it? Yes, of course you could, right? But your breakout on this potential, on the breakouts, you have, if we broke out from where we are now, I mean, your breakout probably looking somewhere around 3 cents to 4, somewhere around there. 3 cents to 4, 3 cents, something like that on the breakout for XCN. So yeah. Anyway, guys, quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Descent Self Custody Wallet. Get yourselves ones today, not your keys, not your coins. Use our link, get a great deal. And guys, listen, we dropped 3 micro cap gems over on the Patreon this week. The most recent one was last night, and everyone went nuts picking it up, guys. We were scooping it up like crazy. These narratives are fantastic. The tokenomics are exciting. They're very, very small cap projects with tons of upside potential. We're talking 50, 60, 70, 80, 100x's on these potential plays, guys. These are the kind of plays you want to get into early. Listen, we did the same thing on Onyx Coin, on ZBEC, on XPR, on Peak, so many other projects we got into early. We've helped 30 people hit 7-figure portfolios just this year, getting in early on these projects, guys. So do not be left behind. Come aboard, check out the Patreon. The link is down below. Check out these gems. 3 this week, and we're dropping 2 to 3 more next week, guys. We're kicking it up a notch before the market starts to go nuts. So get aboard, get in where you fit in while you still have time. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.